The scripture that says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, is often quoted as a blanket statement for goals and aspiration. But what if I tell you something that this scripture is much more deeper in context than what you think it means? All right? Because it says, I can do all things through Christ. Many of you believe you can achieve anything. That's what you mean when you quote this scripture. All right, but let's break down what Paul is actually saying. Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13 is one of the most quoted scripture, but often misunderstood scripture amongst many believers, because many of you use it as a claim for your business, your career, your ambition, your achievement, or your personal goals. But what is Paul actually saying when he wrote this verse? And the first thing I'm going to establish, when Paul wrote this letter, he is in prison, or he was in prison when he wrote this letter. Paul wasn't in luxury when he wrote this, He was in suffering, he was in pain, he was in torture when he wrote this scripture. And if you read in the earlier verse, when he says, as Christians, we must learn to be contented in every situation, whether we have little, whether we have much, whether we are hungry, or whether we are well fed. We must learn to be contented. So when Paul say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, he's not saying that you are going to achieve at any goals or everything that you attempt. That's not what he's actually saying. What this scripture is meant is that what Paul is actually saying is that I can endure every trial, every situation that life throws at me, good or bad, because Christ is the one who gives me strength. That's what Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13 mean. So this scripture is about contentment, perseverance, and faith. Trusting Jesus through every circumstances, knowing that the strength don't come from you and I know, but the strength comes from him who sustained us. So the next time you hear somebody quote this verse, remember, it's not about our personal glory, but it is about trusting Jesus through every high and low, through every situation, through every trial, because he is the one who sustains us and gives us strength. So this is what the scripture is saying. It doesn't matter what situation you're going through. Maybe if you're going through a trial, you're going through some testing, you're going through a hard time, it means that God will give you the strength to endure and overcome that trial. So that's what Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13 means. Share this video with somebody and God bless you.